Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington are set to face each other in a highly anticipated pay-per-view event. The two were former roommates and best friends, but had a tragic separation. Whatever friendship that once existed between Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington is clearly finished. Although the welterweight contenders had publicly avoided conflict until a few months ago, both Masvidal and Covington now admit that they haven't been close for quite some time. Both fighters have a different story of what happened. On one side, Colby Covington explained that Jorge began to get jealous because of his rise in the UFC welterweight ranks. Colby said his success turned into an issue with Masvidal on a personal level, as well as when they were training together at American Top Team in Florida.
It was 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago when I was in the locker room and I just beat Rafael dos Anjos for the interim title, and the president had called me that day, and I think he saw all the hype I was generating. He didn't like that. He has a big ego, and he couldn't put his ego aside for the friendship, and he didn't like that I was getting in the spotlight more and I was rising above him in the ranks. And he just started talking out of nowhere. He started saying that he wanted to fight for his kids and he'd fight anybody for his kids, but come to find out the guy's a piece of shit. He doesn't care about his kids. I was just with his ex-wife yesterday. His ex-wife.
Masvidal, on the other hand, has a completely different version as to why the beef started. Jorge went on an interview with Le Batard show and explained that Colby ripped off their coach, and since then, they haven't talked.
Off my coach. It was his coach. We were with him till his title fight. After he won the title, he owed him a certain amount of money. Didn't pay him. I said, if you don't pay him, I'm going to F you up. My coach got in between it. Doesn't have to be like this. Let it slide, blah, blah, blah. Since then, I ain't talked to the dude. It's been about, I don't know when he won the title, a year and some change. And it is what it is, man. All these words, they do have consequences with me, because this guy used to sleep in my couch. He used to eat off me because I was the one with the sponsors. He was just still relatively an amateur, and I was helping this guy out. So it hurts that he would do that in a way just for a like on Facebook, just for a retweet on Twitter. He's doing that.
Masvidal didn't name the coach involved in the situation, although he and Covington share a lot of the same staff while working out of the gym based in Coconut Creek, Florida. Until that incident, Masvidal says he was close friends with Covington, but that all ended after that particular feud.
We were until he ripped off my coach, and since then I ain't talked to him, and he's mad because people don't care to see him fight. They want to see him lose. That's what they tune into, He does this whole heel thing because he couldn't get people to regularly watch his fight, so then he said, if I go over the top, create this persona that people will hate me, then people will tune in. People do tune in, but it's not as much as he would want. And you could tell by the way that he's talking, bringing up chicks. Why do you kiss and tell, bro? Were you not raised by gentlemen? And he was like, who cares if you are or you're not banging chicks? Who cares, bro? Like, what the hell, man?
So now we know for sure that the friendship they once had is certainly gone. And Jorge says he's excited to be able to get paid to punch Covington in the face and expose him to the world. In a recent interview with Fox News, Jorge expressed his anger towards his former best friend, saying he's glad he gets to punch him in the face for money. BMF champion said that aside from whatever happens in the octagon, he plans to show the world that Colby Covington is a fake Trump supporter and that he does it all for clout. As for in the octagon, Masvidal plans on violently beating Covington, who he claims is a very limited fighter. Both Covington and Masvidal fought against Kamaru Usman, respectively, for their title fight rematches in their most recent ring appearances. Last April, Masvidal lost by knockout in the second round by Usman in UFC 261, while in November, Covington was dropped a competitive unanimous decision at 268. But Colby Covington knows how to be in the headlines. The former interim welterweight champion went on Instagram and posted a photo with Masvidal's ex-wife, which made the internet go crazy. Covington later appeared alongside the Schmo and explained his recent post. Covington revealed personal details of Masvidal's life and claimed that Masvidal is legally married to Maritza and that the couple has 2 kids together. But Jorge wants to hide her and won't admit that Maritza is the mother of his children.
Yeah, that was today. And what's the backstory with this photo, Schmo, is, that's Miss Masvidal. That is, she's legally married to Jorge Masvidal still. She has 2 of Jorge Masvidal's kids. And what's funny, Schmo, if you look into it, you go Google the internet, you find out that Google isn't real. You can't believe anything that's on Google. There's no facts. There's no truth there. It says the wife of Jorge Masvidal and the mother of his 2 childs is Iman Kawa. That's Melky Kawa and Abraham Kawa's sister.
Jorge Masvidal, the champion of UFC BMF, did not keep his mouth shut after this, of course. Gamebred went on social media as well and sent a scary message to Colby, saying he was going to beat him up in a very violent fashion.
At the home temple, home to some real motherfuckers, left and right. I'm not the only one here. It's a bad motherfucker. Many bad motherfuckers here. But not your bitch ass that got kicked out from here. Damn, man. I know it hurts every time you see that shit. I know what a sensitive bitch you are and how you read comments and cry. I can't imagine. Every time you see this symbol, it just hurts, man. Keep talking shit, though. I can't wait, man. March 5th is getting closer. So is this knee to your temple. Not only am I going to break your face in a very violent way, but the UFC's going to see you as such a liability that they're going to kick you out, bro. And then it's going to be back to Indian reservations where you could fight. Maybe you could co-main event or some shit like that. Because I don't even think you main event after I'm done with you in any show. I'm going to fuck you up, man. Keep talking that shit, though, man. March 5th can't come close enough. See you soon, bitch. Never forget.
Jorge Masvidal is coming off back-to-back losses to Kamaru Usman for the belt, including being knocked out in the last fight. However, he has the chance to get right back into the title picture if he does end up knocking out Colby Covington, as he says he will. Who do you think will win this grudge match? Jorge or Colby? Let us know in the comments section your prediction for this long-awaited match.